What's up guys, today we're going to break down and reconstruct Baby One More Time by Britney Spears, and it's going to sound like this.
My loneliness is killing me. I must confess, I still believe.
Baby One More Time was written by the legendary Max Martin and co-produced alongside Rami Yacoub. It was released in 1998 and it was Britney's debut single from her debut album, Baby One More Time, which is possibly the most insane debut for an artist ever. In this video, we're breaking down this crazy pop rocket ship into all of its key parts. We're getting into the drums and percussion, bass, keys, effects and pads, piano samples, and of course the unmistakable vocals of Miss Britney Spears. So let's run it back to the summer of '99 and get to the drums and percussion. Man, those drums are just so classic. There's so many cool parts in there, from like the repeating vocal breath to what feels like 5 different types of shakers that slowly just keep getting added as the song goes on. Then there's like the triangle, then that little guitar riff that keeps coming in the background. Then of course the rest of the Max Martinisms, from like the snaps laid with the clap and then the claps laid with the snares, and those real thick juicy kicks. I think it's just a really nicely well-rounded drum sound and super thick. So while we're in recovery, let's just jump over to the bass, and this one will be pretty quick. This is just too good. I mean, this era of pop as a whole is just, the production quality is just unbelievable. I should also mention these tracks are already combined and in stereo, so we have a few less tracks than normal, but it gives us a little bit more time to be thorough and go through each one of them properly, which I am definitely glad we get to do, because this song is just the pop Bible. Okay, let's dive into the guitar part, which we can combine with the bass, and then the drums and percussion, which will give us the foundation of the song. I mean, pretty simple guitar parts, but it really does add a nice amount of depth to the rest of the song. Like, it seems small when you just play it by itself, but then when you combine it with the bass and the drums, like we are about to do, it really brings some much needed attitude to the song. Man, see what I mean? It sounds so funky when you put all of those tracks together. And it's, I mean, we haven't got to Britney yet or the keys or anything, but it's gonna sound good. So as we've sort of done in the other Britney videos, once we have got the funky bottom of the song down, which is the drums, bass and guitar, we get into the pretty top. And the pretty top is really just like strings, keys, pads, all the pretty sort of melodic stuff that floats above the rhythm of the track. And these parts always sound incredible when they're combined, especially on these Britney tracks. So let's get into it. iconic. And again, we've got like a few instruments sort of all in there at once, but the way they're just arranged and mixed is just beautiful. Those keys are just great, and then you've got the beautiful pads and those unmistakable like orchestral hits, which are just very, very Cheiron Studios. You know what? I feel like every song, every pop song, the price of admission should just be that it needs like at least a few orchestral hits just for good measure, because they hit every single time. Also, I feel like the chords that they've used are quite melancholic, especially considering how like upbeat and attitude driven the rest of the song is. Hearing just that part, it kind of hits you in the feels just a little bit, which I mean is a great juxtaposition to the rest of the song. Okay, we've got one more piano part and then we will get into the vocals.
Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby.
Man, talk about iconic intros. Britney Spears is the queen of iconic intros. And again, because I don't think they can ever have too much credit or too much spotlight, is Max Martin, Rami Yacoub, and the team at Cheiron that worked on this song. They are just so good. And also, I should mention Dennis Pop, the man who sort of put the whole team together to begin with. Just an absolute pioneer, and the vision and skill to work on these tracks and all of those tracks is just, I mean, every big pop song today feels the influence of these tracks, and I think rightfully so, because they're incredible. And yeah, if you want me to get into some of these earlier Cheiron tracks with like Britney, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, even like Ace of Base or whoever else, let me know in the comments and make sure to get subscribed. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for, Britney's vocals, let's get into it.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're right upside, yeah. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? Oh, pretty baby, I shouldn't have let you go. I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Man, to have a voice like that at like 16 years old is just absolutely freakish. You can totally tell as well that she's a big student of Michael and Janet, just based on the way that she like pronounces words and enunciates like the ending of phrases. It's got them written all over it, and it's absolutely awesome. Let's get into the backgrounds and then we'll put the lead and the backgrounds together.
Show me to be, baby. No, now, because my loneliness is killing me. I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby, boy, you got me blinded. Oh, pretty baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Oh, pretty baby, I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby.
I've always wondered why this song just sounded so thick. That would be why. I mean, I saw in an interview that one of the women that worked at Cheiron, I think she might have even just been on reception, they would just bring her in to do these crazy background vocals and she would just like kill it every time because her vocal blended really well with Britney's. So I'm assuming that she's on there just hitting those crazy notes. I don't know who the guy is, but if I'm wrong or if you know, please let me know in the comments. And also hearing the backgrounds of like the A chorus, which is sort of what Britney normally sings, and then the B chorus, which is like a repeat of the bridge, sort of intertwined together for that final chorus, is just so sweet. And again, like another classic Cheiron technique, having the two choruses going back and forth. Oh, it's amazing. I can't believe that it's about to get even better, but it is. Let's just put those vocal tracks together and see how we're sounding.
Oh, baby, baby, the reason I breathe is you. Boy, you got me blinded. Oh, pretty baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. It's not the way I planned it. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. One more time. Oh, baby.
Oh my god. Okay, so now that we've broken down all of the elements that make up this crazy pop fortress, let's go through track by track and put the entire song back together. And make sure to hang until the end because we're going to do something kind of cool and you are going to hear Baby One More Time how you've never heard it before. Baby One More Time, let's hear it one more time. Baby.
Oh, pretty baby, I shouldn't have let you go. I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby. one more time.
And that was Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. If you want more great pop anthems like this just delivered to your door every week, make sure to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what Britney song we should do next. And I have Instagram too, so you can always just follow and comment any requests on there. Alright, I love you and I will see you next time. Peace.